I spend a fair bit of time in London for work, and the last time I was over, I get the tube to work as you do, and I was doing my damnedest to make sure I didn't make eye contact with anybody else in the carriage with me. But obviously, thankfully, if you let your eyes wander up to the ceiling level of the carriage, there are all sorts of things that can keep your attention. There's adverts for dietary supplements, true crime podcasts, and of course my favorite thing, which is the carriage map to show you which line you're on and where it goes. So I thought, in the spirit of my earlier back to our roots network map project, I'd mock one up for the Belfast and County Down Railway if it was still with us. Unlike the wider map, which I attempted to make look like a translink design, this is a shameless rip-off of the TfL style, using something very close to their typeface and their layout. Once again, in this fantasy universe, I've assumed that the whole NIR network still exists and is divided into tube-esque lines, with the BCDR being renamed the Down line. My version of the line is anachronistic. It never actually existed, as it includes, say, for example, Conlig, which closed in the 1860s, I think, and yet also features the interchange for the Banbridge to Lisburn line at Newcastle, which was a relatively late addition in the early 20th century, which I called the Bridge line. And yet I haven't included, for example, Victoria Park Station on the Bangor branch because I ran out of room. We have plenty of closed halts like Tillysburn and Craigavon on there. Also, it starts at Queen's Quay instead of Grand Central, with an interchange for the trams. And yet my map also includes a very modern advert for the Emlink app and a thoroughly modern accessibility notice, as actually I think many of the BCDR stations would have had step-free access in some shape or form. You'll notice as well there are no interchanges along the line, again, as was the case in reality. I've also included a few minor stops like Fraser Street and, like I said, other stations that didn't even make it out of the 19th century, like Conlig. My usual caveat applies. I'm no designer. I've used very rudimentary tools, paint.net, for anybody that has heard of that. But overall, I'm quite happy with it. I've put quite a lot of work into it. And even better, I'm going to share it with you as well. So if you'd like a copy for yourself, and who wouldn't, there's a link in the description where you can download a bitmap file, which you can print off for a very reasonable price from a provider of your choice and stick it in your wall. Anyway, hope you enjoy. Cheers.